Thank you for calling Inovalon. If you know your party's extension, you may enter it at any time. Thank you. This call may be recorded or monitored for quality and training purposes. If you are calling in reference to a request for medical records, please press 1. If you are calling in regards to scheduling an on-site review, please press 2. To contact a representative...
Hello, is this...
Hi there, let me get Pam, hold on.
Thank you so much. I have your cover sheet, and you were asking for related medical records. And I'm when I'm reading the sort of the checklist, I'm not seeing any form of records that were actually submitted to you. You mailed this to a behavioral health care building. Do you normally do that? I'm just wondering.
There are many providers within behavioral health which are acceptable for diagnostic coding.
All right.
Yes, we do.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's your major concern, Mr. Sam?
Well, the progress notes, I was the person who made those notes has guaranteed me that they wouldn't be released, that those notes apparently are only used by the doctor and were not part of the record. Do you know what office received it?
It's in the HIPAA Members' Right Department.
Okay, that's a good.
And it says they received your authorization. They sent it to us.
Okay, dates though.
It appears that it's January 13th, so that was Tuesday.
All right, that's not too long ago. Okay.
So it's a couple of days ago. And they are in receipt of the documents that we sent them once we received your authorization. And they came back and said they have the documents that we sent them.
Do you have representatives that are saying that?
Let's see. It says the case manager in the HIPAA Members' Right Department. Again, I can't answer that.
The sending party in that email, who is that?
Our VP of Legal, Hillary, and you spoke with her, and Linda. And of course, Hillary had to let me know because I was the one who spoke with you prior as well. So I pretty much know.
So this email is actually Hillary noting what happened.
Correct.
And that was generated what time?
Around 1 p.m. on the 13th.
Okay, so the letter was generated on the 13th. When were the records actually sent?
I'm not privy to that either. They were sent. I can't tell you when they were sent. I don't have that email. Are there any other providers?
So there's UCPC Behavioral Health. There is there are some notes that have no doctor's signature or it was illegible. We have a lot of documents by Richard Thomas.
So what I was asking is, other than the provider UCPC, are there any other providers?
Is Richard Thomas part of UPC?
Yes.
Okay, how about Kathleen Kresvins?
Yes.
Okay, then that is where all of your records are from. There are some handwritten notes, but the name was illegible or there was no signature at all. But
Are you saying that you may think that those notes may not came from UCPC?
No, I think they believe they did come from it. They just can't tell who the name is on the bottom.
Oh, so
we're not going to go back and ask them for any other records because if you want records from them or you want records, actually for the records, and I understand that you have that issue, we can't go try to find records that we shouldn't get. These are not Aetna records. I know that they were used as part of a CMS audit, and that's why we asked for them. But
okay, the other providers may have been called out from Inovalon. That's all I want to know. Yes.
This is Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hi. I just wanted to let you know that the records that I spoke to Hillary at Inovalon, I believe she's who you had spoken to previously, and per my conversations with her, the information that they sent us is everything that they had.
Okay. That will be good for me.
Yep.
I'm glad you confirmed that. So in other words, there was only one provider, in this case UCPC, that's only involved. Correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Whatever the information that was in there that we received and that Kelly had gone through and provided you the additional information is what they had. That's right.
Yep. So what we will do, the letter will contain a list of the date, and if there is a chart page number on the page that was referenced. So when we did the audit, so for example, we have a handwritten note with no doctor's signature from date 1/15/2010, and it's chart page number 97. So that ought to help you and the office. We also, where we could tell the date, we listed the date. So
yes.
So we'll give you as much information. If it was signed by Richard Thomas, we'll say that. So as much information as we could. So we had session information, we had prescriber information, we have handwritten notes. We will provide that in a listing to you.
But I remember you saying something about risk score, and I don't know what that is. But
no, it was a risk audit.
Oh.
So this information was requested through a CMS audit to ensure that, to be honest, it has to do with billing versus services rendered.
Okay.
And it is part of a requirement to do business with Medicare.
Let me ask you, are there transaction records involved with that?
No. You mean transaction of records of the audit?
Yeah.
No. Not that are public record.
Mike, if you could just confirm in the letter that when you obtained these records, this was the entire set that Inovalon indicated they had on me. Can you do that for me?
I'm going to need to go back and just to double check to see if I have anything in writing from them. And then I can talk to Kelly about, based on the information we received from them, what can be included about that.